I war with people because that's how I keep myself on my feet, innit? If I didn't war, I'd be bored. I would feel unchallenged.
Clashing and war dubs are synonymous with grime. As an artist, if you're going to utilise grime as a genre, be ready to be challenged. And there's no doubt many genres and subcultures here in the UK have flirted with the concept of clashing over the years. Jungle, drum and bass, garage and others have all had their share of clashes. This is in no small part due to the sound clash culture born of Jamaica, which has heavily influenced, in a number of ways, our musical development in the UK. With the birth of grime though, competitive clashing was no longer an occasional affair for live shows, but more an absolutely fundamental element of the genre. Clashing was seen at live shows, pirate radio sets, and critically, war dubs recorded in studio and circulated for the wider fan base who couldn't attend the live shows to hear, share, and debate the lyrical war. So entwined in the culture that DVD series would center themselves around the conflict, such as Lord of the Mics, and they would go on to springboard many talented artists' careers. And this is how the war started. In 2002, after the huge success of Eskimo the previous year, Wiley would release his Igloo instrumental on the underground. The sonics of the instrumental lent itself well to clashing, and Flowdan would be the first to capitalise, recording a war dub, Sending for Sniper E. The two would go on to clash live on pirate radio.
And the next thing, you can't ever blood clot see my blood clot face in any blood clot dance. I get blood clot lick down, see? Talk about blood clot, man.
This war dub would trigger the first major free-for-all of the scene, all pivoting around the Igloo instrumental. Morfire Crew's Nika would use the Igloo beat to send for Wiley's roadie crew, believing that Wiley was the voice behind the Devil Boy featuring in Flowdan's dub. Rico Dan would reply with his own rendition of Igloo, whilst Wiley would focus his energy on someone else.
Lose your life, you know? Pussy on Nico, bust up from your old girl's keyhole. And we hold the biggest match for big people. I make a cranium fly like seagull. Looking in my sight up, and me a go see skull. Bust that, your skull, me a go crush that. Missy a little friend, me a go rush that. MC Nico.
The floodgates were open, and Durrty Doogz, now known as Dirty Goods, having already sent shots at Wiley on radio with his Why He lyric, would imminently become one half of the first official grime clash.
Why he wanna come and counteract about the yak? You should put down the crack. That's why he's coming and his style is whack and rhyming crap. Check out the file of facts because Wiley ain't ready for me, not ever for me, nor ever will be. And Wiley, him I got dead, you know the lens will blow.
Dirty Doogz was a big talent, on par with Wiley, and with their feud already bubbling, Wiley would utilise the scene's energy centering around his instrumental to retaliate with a war dub directed at Doogz, initiating what is considered the first official clash war dub saga of the grime scene. Doogz would follow suit and respond thereafter with his own vocal of Igloo. Round one.
The war's starting. The war's starting. Oi, let's get paid. See Doogz here. See Doogz on the radio. From where's trying it saying why he? What's what he's saying? He's saying why he really wants to trying it. What's he trying? When I'm strapping my lyrics, I strap for the top boys. And see, I'm a top boy. I clash top boys and hot boys. I reverse shots on hot boys. Don't feel threatened. I'm above the law boys. I'm raw boys in my hood. Niggas are raw boys. My hood's mucky. There ain't no floor boys. I make noise if I hear anyone near me. Boys in the hood ain't near me. They can't move me. Moves to the mic like, oh yes, won't let them test me in a contest. Them man I flex like complex, I know they feel vexed. The best is coming up back step from set to set. Willie don't pet, don't bet against me. I'm a vet, I will crash your set. Don't think I won't crash your set. Don't think I won't switch it up and step on your set. I'm the coldest boy you've ever met. I'm the coldest boy you'll ever meet. You can't defeat me, you can't erase me. I'm staying, you can never get rid of me. I'm staying here. Who's that?
Come on. Yo, let's get straight down to the nitty gritty, cause I'm ready for murder. Some boys in the committee, what a pity, they wanna be bad, what a pity. And I talk about them like the city, my Glock, not a pity like merciless. I'm bursting this, the wickedest verbalist, the herbalist. You never heard of this, I'll be that sound boy killer, Wiley could never murder this. I'm worse than this, your girl keeps chirps in this. She flirts with this and says she won't work with this. She's gonna tear off my pants and shirts for this. She's gonna tear off your knickers and skirt for this. Oh, sound boy, please stay alert to this. And all bad boys, burn up your herbs to this. Wiley, yo, you better stay alert to this. And all bad boys, burn up your herbs.
The two would go on to have one more round of war dubs on the acclaimed Igloo instrumental before a hiatus.
It's a real hand thing, you know. It's me, that's the baseline, that's me, you know. Try and get him too much. I'm traveling with the rhythm right now, you know that. Too much, you might get this man. No, you can hear me, Doogz. Hey, listen. Hey, Doogz, let me see if you're real or fake, Doogz. Wait, Doogz, let me see if you're carrying weight, Doogz. Hey, Doogz, I heard you and you're gonna pay, Doogz. Gonna mislead people, that's wrong, Doogz. When he comes up with the goods, I'm better than Doogz. I'm moving with the bass, I'm heavy, Doogz. You could never say ever that you're ready, Doogz. Fully would bury, Doogz. I pop your girlfriend's cherry, Doogz. I pop your ex-girl's cherry, Doogz. I'm like a 38 special, I'm ready, Doogz. Serious, watch how you move, step steady, Doogz. Your girl's nipple tastes like strawberry, Doogz. You feel the bass.
feel it. Feel the heat in your face. Lyrics for lyrics come. Look a bulkhead boy. Don't mention yo, let me feel them. They don't know. Fasting. So let me tell you about the boy named Kylie. You know there was the one named Kylie. You know there was the cat named Kylie. You know the batty boy named Kylie. You know the fussy guy named Kylie. Who yam the pussy like a pie? That's Kylie. Who get a juke in him eye? That's Kylie. Who try for this Doogz and die? That's Kylie. Who run when those they fly? That's Kylie. See, I've had enough of that simple shit. You only use one word to end up every sentence. How can Willie step to me when you've already been hanged for your sentence, boy? Your credit done, you got insufficient funds. Don't try go like you're Raven. You weren't running your guns or busting guns when Heartless killed you live on stage.
For me, the war was even, but Wiley himself suggested that Doogz had won. In the same interview, he goes on to explain that clashing not only elevates your status and skill set, but also furthers the standard and level of expectation within the scene.
Does he get me? And in our own area, it's sort of leaning towards Dirty Doogz. So I wouldn't say that he slewed me to the floor where I can't come back, but he's good.
Up on stage together.
Yeah, nah, definitely, we're gonna do that. The reason why we ain't done it yet is because we don't want no one really to benefit off of it other than us.
Right.
So like, if me and him are gonna clash each other, we want proper, it's our rave basically. Yeah. We want proper dough. The war, yeah, is separating into like the different areas and it will spread around the country eventually. But warring with each other, like battle rapping, it will only make people think more, it will only make people's level of MCing go up. That level of MCing's gone up because of me and Doogz.
Doogz and Wiley would go head to head at the first ever Eskimo dance, two figureheads of the scene cementing the importance of clashing in the culture. Nobody is too big to be challenged, also showing how lyrical conflict can be utilised for mutual benefit, performing to a sellout crowd.
I'm rolling with the bass, I'm heavy Doogz. So get never ever say that you're ready Doogz. When you work heavy Doogz, I'll pop your girlfriend, Chevy Doogz, I'll pop your ex-girl, Chevy Doogz. Off guard with your wonky beats. Off guard like the Sunday dinners. Okay, look what happened to Kylie right now. No face to face, you can't curse in my face, basically. You might not get vexed in the place dirty. I've been lifting up the skirt in your waist, you're a cokehead. I can see the work in your face. No easy, cause Flowdan track in the face, you reverse the face.
Wiley would go on to use the Igloo instrumental for his first single, What You Call It, from his debut album, Treading on Thin Ice. Clashing was pivotal in the developmental years of grime, utilised to separate the top talents and characters from the people making up the numbers. And ever since, it has remained at the heart of the scene, a way to make or break your career, certainly in terms of respecting the culture. No name is ever too big to be called out. This is why it's always a hot topic when an artist associated with grime avoids clashing. If you've been called out and the scene believes it's a valid opponent, it's time to reply. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm also going to upload all of the war dubs so you can hear the full tracks. Peace.